In today's intricate and ever-changing world, we inevitably encounter various cognitive biases and psychological pitfalls. These biases not only influence our decisions and behaviors, but also, to some extent, define our perception of the world. However, when faced with these challenges, we can draw upon the philosophical tenets of Stoicism to respond with a more rational and objective attitude, thereby better achieving our personal goals and unleashing our potential. 1. Ostrich Effect. In Stoicism, the cornerstone lies in reason and self-examination. The ostrich effect resembles a form of self-deception, where we tend to evade negative information because it might make us uncomfortable or anxious. However, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of reason, encouraging us to bravely face reality, even when it may not meet our desires. By regularly examining our circumstances, we can maintain rationality and composure, avoiding being swayed by emotions. 2. Door-in-the-face technique. In Stoicism, focus and decisiveness are key to pursuing ideals. The door-in-the-face technique reflects the difficulty we encounter in decision-making because of our fear of missing out on other opportunities. However, Stoicism teaches us to focus on the present, to rationally choose the best path, and to accept facts that are beyond our control. By concentrating on one thing, we can more effectively achieve our goals rather than being overly scattered in our attention. 3. Contrast Effect. In Stoicism, rationality and objectivity are crucial. The contrast effect illustrates how our judgments of things are influenced by the surrounding environment rather than being based on objective standards. However, Stoicism encourages us to assess things through rational thought and objective analysis, rather than being swayed by superficial external factors. 4. Surface knowledge. In Stoicism, wisdom and learning are the core drivers of personal growth. Surface knowledge reflects a person confidently displaying what they claim to know, yet lacking substantive expertise. However, Stoicism encourages us to pursue genuine knowledge and to discern true insight from false superficial knowledge through questioning and deep reflection. 5. IKEA Effect. In Stoicism, the relationship between value and labor is worth considering. The IKEA effect suggests that we often overly cherish things we have worked hard to create. However, Stoicism reminds us to objectively evaluate our work and to confirm its true value through external feedback, thus avoiding overestimating our achievements. 6. Curse of specificity. In Stoicism, rationality and logic form the cornerstone of thought. The curse of specificity reveals people's excessive focus on detailed information, even when it's irrelevant to the subject. However, Stoicism encourages us to assess the importance of information through logical reasoning and rational analysis, rather than being misled by irrelevant details. 7. Spotlight Effect. In Stoicism, rationality and self-control are crucial. The spotlight effect demonstrates how overly sensitive we can be to others' attention towards us, leading to anxiety and unease. However, Stoicism teaches us self-control, not to be swayed by external judgments, but to focus on our own actions and values. 8. Halo Effect. In Stoicism, rationality and objectivity are paramount. The halo effect suggests that our impression of someone in one area influences our perception of them in other areas, implying that our judgments may be biased. However, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of rational thought and objective assessment. We should judge based on facts and specific circumstances, rather than being swayed by superficial impressions. 9. Reciprocity Principle. In Stoicism, responsibility and justice are core values. The reciprocity principle indicates that when others give to us, we feel obliged to reciprocate. However, Stoicism teaches us to act from within, rather than from external pressure or obligation. We should be aware of our true intentions and act upon them, rather than being influenced by external expectations. 10. Self-serving bias. In Stoicism, responsibility and self-discipline are important virtues. The self-serving bias reflects our tendency to attribute success to ourselves, but blame external factors for failure. However, Stoicism encourages us to take responsibility for our actions. Whether in success or failure, we should learn from them and continually strive to improve ourselves. 11. Diderot Effect. In Stoicism, rationality and prudence are crucial. The Diderot effect suggests that purchasing new things leads to further purchases. Stoicism reminds us to carefully consider our consumption behavior, ensuring that each purchase is based on rationality and genuine need, rather than impulse or external influence. 12. Anchoring Effect. In Stoicism, rationality and objectivity are key. The anchoring effect indicates that our first impression or initial numbers influence our subsequent thinking and decision-making. However, Stoicism teaches us to think independently and not be swayed by superficial external factors. We should make decisions based on our own judgment, rather than being confined by the anchors set by others. 13. Negativity bias. In Stoicism, rationality and objectivity are important qualities. Negativity bias suggests that we tend to focus on negative events, while overlooking positive ones. Stoicism teaches us to approach life with rational thinking and gratitude. We should cultivate an optimistic mindset, focus on the positive aspects, and draw inspiration and strength from them. 14. Sunk cost fallacy. In Stoicism, rationality and calmness are important qualities. The sunk cost fallacy points out that we tend to continue doing something simply because we have invested a lot, rather than because it is still the best choice. However, Stoicism teaches us to rationally assess the current situation and make decisions based on future potential returns, rather than being influenced by past investments. 15. Choice paradox. In Stoicism, rationality and moderation are paramount. The choice paradox reflects the situation where having too many options can lead to decision-making difficulties. However, Stoicism encourages us to improve decision efficiency by limiting choices, while also being aware that excessive choices may distract our attention and drain our energy. 16. Frame effect. In Stoicism, objective and rational thinking is crucial. The frame effect indicates that our decisions are influenced by the way information is presented. However, Stoicism teaches us to examine facts from multiple perspectives, rather than being swayed by superficial frames. 17. End of history illusion. In Stoicism, accepting change and impermanence is important. The end of history illusion suggests that we tend to believe our current selves will be our eternal selves in the future. However, Stoicism reminds us to accept the inevitability of change, recognizing that our preferences and beliefs will evolve over time and experience. 18. Pygmalion Effect. In Stoicism, self-discipline and self-control are important qualities. The Pygmalion effect indicates that having higher expectations of ourselves can lead to improved performance. However, Stoicism teaches us to support these expectations with practical actions and discipline, rather than relying solely on psychological cues. 19. Principle of consistency. In Stoicism, consistency and steadfastness are key to excellence. The principle of consistency suggests that we tend to remain consistent with our previous commitments. However, Stoicism reminds us to support our commitments with tangible actions to ensure consistency. 20. Planning fallacy. In Stoicism, rationality, and practicality are important. The planning fallacy suggests that we tend to underestimate the time required to complete a task. However, Stoicism encourages us to realistically assess time and resources to ensure our plans align with reality. 21. Confirmation bias. In Stoicism, having an objective and impartial perspective is crucial. Confirmation bias indicates that we tend to focus only on information that supports our existing beliefs. However, Stoicism teaches us to actively seek out information that challenges our viewpoints, enabling us to make more comprehensive and rational decisions. 22. Herd mentality. In Stoicism, self-control and rationality are paramount. The herd mentality indicates our tendency to follow the crowd rather than think independently. However, Stoicism encourages us to engage in independent thinking and question whether our decisions truly align with our values and needs, rather than merely following the behaviors of others. 23. Dunning-Kruger Effect. In Stoicism, humility and learning are crucial. The Dunning-Kruger effect reveals that individuals with less knowledge or skills may overestimate their abilities. However, Stoicism teaches us to humbly acknowledge our limitations and seek advice and guidance from those with more experience. 24. Loss aversion. In Stoicism, rationality and objectivity are key. Loss aversion reflects our excessive focus on what we might lose, while neglecting potential gains. However, Stoicism encourages us to weigh the pros and cons rationally and make decisions based on long-term benefits, rather than being swayed by excessive worries. 25. Decoy Effect. In Stoicism, rationality and self-restraint are important qualities. The decoy effect suggests that our preferences may change due to an additional option, even though doing nothing might be the better choice. However, Stoicism reminds us to think calmly and focus on the overall impact of our actions on our well-being, rather than being swayed by superficial temptations. 26. Action bias. In Stoicism, rationality and self-control are crucial for excellence. Action bias indicates that we may feel compelled to take action, even though inaction might be the wiser choice. However, Stoicism encourages us to evaluate the pros and cons of each option through rational thinking and self-control, and bravely choose inaction when necessary. 27. Survivorship bias. In Stoicism, objectivity and truthfulness are important values. Survivorship bias suggests that we tend to focus only on successful people or things, while overlooking the failures. However, Stoicism reminds us to view things objectively, recognizing that success often comes with struggles and failures, from which we can learn and grow. 28. Unity Principle. In Stoicism, rationality and independent thinking are important. The unity principle indicates that we are more easily persuaded by those with whom we share some commonality. However, Stoicism teaches us to make decisions based on facts and information, rather than solely on relationships or resonance with others. 29. Zeigarnik Effect. In Stoicism, self-control and planning are paramount. The Zeigarnik effect suggests that we are more likely to remember unfinished tasks rather than completed ones. However, Stoicism encourages us to overcome this bias by setting plans and taking proactive steps to ensure effective management and completion of tasks. 30. Bystander Effect. In Stoicism, responsibility and action are inseparable. The bystander effect indicates that we may be less inclined to take action in the presence of others because we expect someone else to respond. However, Stoicism reminds us to actively engage and take action, not allowing ourselves to be influenced by the surrounding environment, but rather making decisions based on our values and sense of responsibility. 31. Ambiguity Effect. In Stoicism, adventure and courage are esteemed qualities. The ambiguity effect reflects our tendency to choose familiar and safe options rather than trying new ones that may lead to better outcomes. However, Stoicism encourages us to assess the risks and benefits of ambiguous options and to venture into trying new things, as calculated risks sometimes yield unexpected rewards. 32. Curse of knowledge. In Stoicism, understanding and empathy are important values. The curse of knowledge suggests that we assume others have the same level of knowledge as ourselves, leading to communication barriers. However, Stoicism teaches us to empathize with others, understand their perspective, and communicate in a concise and clear manner to ensure effective transmission of information. 33. Illusion of average. In Stoicism, rationality and objectivity are esteemed qualities. The illusion of average reflects our mistaken belief that averages reveal the entire story. However, in business and investment, Stoicism encourages us to delve deeper into data, recognizing that averages may obscure more important and valuable details. Therefore, we need to consider the diversity and range of data comprehensively, rather than relying solely on averages. 34. Endowment effect. In Stoicism, objectivity and impartiality are valued. The endowment effect reflects our tendency to overvalue something simply because we own it. However, Stoicism reminds us to examine things from an outsider's perspective, realizing that ownership does not necessarily imply value, and decisions should be based on objective evaluations. Therefore, in this ever-changing world, it is crucial to recognize and understand the existence of various cognitive biases. By applying the philosophical principles of Stoicism, we can better address challenges, make wiser choices, and view things more rationally. Let us remain vigilant in the face of cognitive biases, continuously learning and growing, to achieve a more meaningful and productive life. If you found this video insightful, please consider subscribing and liking the video. If you're willing, please share it with more people so that they can benefit from Stoic philosophy. Thank you for watching, and until next time, farewell.